It's a bit greedy. Now, it was the fashion Bible of the 90s. Next, we flick through the history behind the glossy pages of Vogue, a new doco on the magazine premiering. And plenty of sunshine across the southeast today. This is a look at Brisbane right now. It is currently 21 degrees and Tony has the forecast next.
Tonight, the wild southeast police chase that ended in a dramatic arrest. A Qantas plane in a mid-air drop. Seat nightmare. The Cowboys scramble to reach their own semi-final. Dogs rescued from a raging inferno. And could the cost of a daily coffee be about to rise? 7 News at 6.
Good afternoon, Queensland. You're watching 7 News. Checking the weather now, and after a cool start to the day, there's been plenty of warming sunshine on offer. Well, for southern parts of Queensland at least. As we jump to the satellite, you can see that clear air in the south, but there is this band of high-level clouds streaming right across the tropics and down across central districts too. Not much rain with that cloud, but we are seeing a few showers around the north tropical coast, a couple of spots picking up over 10 millimetres since 9 a.m. Tomorrow, a broad area of high pressure will continue driving our weather here. It'll continue to push those humid onshore winds and the odd shower onto the tropical coast. Then those winds turn a bit more northerly, dry out and start to warm up over southern parts of the state. Elsewhere, a cold front moves in over southern states and that system will bring some snow to the Tasmanian high ground and a few showers to Hobart. Well, Melbourne could just catch a sprinkle late in the day. Now, it's frustrating that it's cloudy down south as there's a good chance of auroras tonight after a huge geomagnetic storm. If those auroras reach a little bit further north, Perth, Adelaide and Sydney are looking at clear skies, but then you have to deal with an almost full moon. Not ideal. Back to northern Queensland, a shower or two on the forecast for Cairns. They should start to ease back from Thursday. Mostly cloudy but staying dry in Townsville, 18 overnight and back up to a top of 27 degrees. In the south, light frosts possible west of the ranges, then patchy cloud for the coast and onto the ranges, Gladstone and Bundaberg tracking around 26 degrees. In the southeast, mostly sunny skies for your Wednesday. Staying cool inland tonight, then slightly warmer through the day as those winds turn a bit more northerly. 13 up to 25 degrees in Brisbane, top of 24 in Redcliffe, while Beaudesert should be a little bit warmer on 27. Heating up later this week, Katrina, I'll have all the details coming up at 6.
Thank you, Tony. Members of Australia's Olympic community have gathered at the MCG to farewell former IOC Vice President Kevin Gosper. The 1956 silver medalist and long-time Games power broker passed away in July after a short illness. Today, he was remembered as a giant of the Olympic movement after his death at 90 years old. Checking finance, and the ASX 200 continued its rally today, reaching a new all-time high. Here's Peter Casey from ING Bank.
Good afternoon. The ASX 200 continued its rally today, reaching a new all-time high earlier this afternoon. The market finished up 19 points, or 0.2% on the day, with markets boosted by the chance of a 50 basis point rate cut in the US later this week. The rally was broad-based, with medical and pharmaceutical stocks helping to lead the market higher. Biotechnology company PolyNovo was the biggest mover on the day, up nearly 6%. Glove maker Ansell also had a good day, up 4%. The Aussie dollar continued its recent strong run, trading at 67.58 US cents, boosted by those expectations of the rate cuts coming in the US.
Well, if fashion had a heyday, it was arguably the 90s, when trends were dominated by supermodels and celebrities. High-end magazine Vogue always had its glossy finger on the pulse, and a doco about its coverage of that glittering decade has premiered in London.
Fashion in the 1990s, sometimes as wild and wacky as it was inspiring and influential. And on hand to document and critique every crop top and daring dress was Vogue magazine.
That seems to be more in the palette. Yeah.
Now there's a documentary, In Vogue, the 90s, looking at what made that fashion decade so special.
Maybe it was because things were not much, but they were definitely simpler. We didn't have to worry about so many different platforms and everything appearing on social media.
For those in the industry, making it onto the privileged pages of Vogue was a statement of success.
What would it mean to a designer in the 90s to have their work featured within a magazine?
Everything, literally, because it was the magazine of reference. That was a way to, in a way, establish yourself within the world of fashion.
Since its first edition in 1892, the coveted cover pages have featured fashion's elite. But the 90s saw the supermodels occasionally make way for other stars.
And I was the only editor who said, let's put celebrities on the cover because we have to expand the readership.
High fashion has on occasion faced criticism for a lack of body diversity. To be representative and in turn relatable, big bosses have encouraged change.
Body diversity and body inclusivity is so important. It's something we talk to designers about all the time, and thank goodness it's changed.
Each decade has its fashion do's and don'ts. Just be sure that if you're going to wear it with confidence.
Absolutely. That is Queensland's 4 p.m. news for this Tuesday. Stick around now for The Chase and then, of course, 7 News at 6. I'm Katrina Blowers. I will see you tomorrow.
The 7 News app will give you the news you want. Download now.